So, quick question on sort of the trend of operators, let's say founder slash operators coming into venture, right? So you've been in venture now 13, probably 14 years. Do you see this as a trend? Do you see this as something is just kind of cyclical as people figure out how venture is going to change? What's your view of that? And what do founders think of it?
Well, there always have been operators in the venture business, right? Okay. It turns out that in every fund there have always been some interesting mix of people who have been operators, have built businesses, or have been academics, or have been, Mike Moritz is a journalist who became a VC. I was a lawyer who became a VC. There have been plenty of folks who've come from lots of different walks of life. So in my own firm, there are several of us who had operated businesses before. My partner Vivek was the founder of a company called Cobalt, which they ultimately sold to Sun for a couple of $1 billion. He ran it in Sun. And when he was, tired of sort of spending time in that organization, he joined August and decided that, gee, I like investing in companies and being helpful to them. So there are lots of instances in which operators have been in the business. What's shifted is this idea that venture investors should operate businesses, right? It's sort of like, well, I have a hammer, so I should use it. I'm an operator. It turns out at August, we fight that that urge at every instance. In fact, oftentimes we'll meet with a company and they'll describe a story and we'll be talking about it as a partnership, and we'll say, if they were to do these things, this could be a really interesting business. And in every instance we say, but we're not running the company, right? They haven't come to the conclusion to those things. This is what they're building. Do we want to fund that, right? Because as investors, our job is to help you build a business, not to build a business. And so I think the thing that has shifted to a certain degree is that there are a set of operators who think that their job as venture investors is to help operate. And I am very much of the belief that that is not our role, that I am backing people who I think are great operators, who I want to help in any way I can, but they should be running the business. They should be hiring great recruiters. They should be hiring great engineering managers. They should be doing their own really great PR. And for me and for my firm to be providing those things is to say, hey, look, I'm better at this than you are, and that's just not the case.